Well, hi everybody, and welcome back to Caelus City. My name is OPT Lawyer. Joining me on this amazing romp in a city that I almost regret making at this point is Nora, Chammy, and Tej. Guys, hi.
Hi.
I promise to be gentle this time.
Sure you will.
I don't.
I don't think so at all. Anyway.
But I would never lie. You look at this face. This looks like a face that would lie.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember who you're talking to. I'm an attorney. I know liars. Because, anyway. So,
I'm a bartender. I also know liars.
last time,
I'm a musician. I know liars too.
right. So anyway,
Work in these conditions.
last time, Cal had discovered that at least who he at the time thought was his parents had helped Dr. Hartford steal his formula. So he went to confront his mother, who was at work. But something very strange happened during that little confrontation, because as it turns out, Cal's mother was being played by a lizard with a imaging device that she's basically been undercover for the last 2 years. And there was some fighting. There was some foam. There was an easy bake oven. Still, just that, yeah, that happened. The police report is like, they're like, what? No idea why. So, anyway, you guys ran into, or actually called up, Detective Mike O'Malley. He's the one that you were in contact with before, so he came and did all the stuff and processed the scene and wrote up what has to be some very colorful reports. In the meantime, Sink had gone to the laboratory and put it in, what was that called again, Teach?
What, the Figaro protocols?
Thank you, yes. So, the Figaro mode, which bored the castle underground, or the laboratory underground. Might as well be a castle at this point. The thing is huge. And then came up to some other place. Daniel's inside. Sink left him there to come back. You guys fought the villain. You went home. Determined that your father is just a clueless pawn in this whole thing. And I believe we left with,
The line of, I hope you like cats.
right. And basically everybody in the laboratory, correct?
Really
That
staying the
was-
night over. Yeah.
That was the impression.
Yes. So, I want to start the day after. Where would everybody have gone? And specifically, Sink, would you have stayed there or would you have gone home?
Oh, I was supposed to stay there over the night.
Made a mistake.
What day is it?
It would now be Thursday.
So it's a school day.
Yes.
Okay. So I probably would have gone from the lab to school, I suspect.
So you would have stayed at the lab the whole night?
Yeah, that was the plan from the get-go.
Okay.
Yep. And I actually had to hear that, at least that Sink tried to contact his parents to let him know he was staying there, so they know.
Okay. It's like, hanging out with that human still? Okay, well, I guess that's alright. So you all sleep in the lab, or do you go inside the house, or what do you do?
Well, the lab isn't by the house.
I mean, it could go back there, is what I'm asking.
It could, but it's not going back there tonight. It's staying off-site tonight for reasons. There is enough places to sleep between, walking over and just hitting things, and the couch folds out. There's a couple of beds. Cal's got a little cot in his laboratory, which is where the easy bake ovens are. So there's enough places for people to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because the cats can just pick a bed.
Mostly
Or a
because the
corner.
cats could just, sleep anywhere. So, does Sink and Cal's father, like, share a bed? Does that happen?
Oh, I imagine Cal's dad, is he at the lab or is he at home?
He's at the lab, as far as I remember.
There's enough beds for everybody.
Okay.
Okay, so you took your dad back here. Gotcha.
Yes. Jason Porter, I've got his name as.
Yep.
Alright, so, it's morning. You said you're heading off to school. There,
that's the idea, yeah.
Alright. Cal, do you wake up in the morning, or are you just, like, out?
I don't think Cal slept.
Fair. Apollo, what about you?
Well, Apollo's an afternoon scheduled streamer.
Mm,
Afternoon and nights.
gotcha. So you would have been streaming, like, after you got home, basically.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Assuming that Cal had fixed the internet issues. You know, moving the...
Yeah, moving
Cable
the
and
entire
everything.
place would cause some problems with internet connection, maybe.
Had to deploy the satellite dish.
Yes. There you go. All right, so...
Joke's on you. It's all underground cabling that goes with it.
There you go. That's a really long cable. So, Alright, so, Sink, you made your way to school. Like, get in the morning where you just... Do you walk in, go into the hallways, go to your locker or whatever, or what do you do?
I mean, normal stuff. I imagine he leaves his books in there. I don't have any notes about, like, a test or anything coming up.
Nope.
So, yeah, he'd probably just leave his stuff in the school because he certainly doesn't take it home if he can help it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he'd leave his stuff in his locker so he'd come in, get his stuff, and go to his class.
Okay. So on your way before school starts, you see your friend Owen who's walking through the hallway.
You can kind of tire away. Hey, Owen.
He looks at you. He turns around and looks at you. Like, oh, hey. Oh God,
Harvard, yeah.
Well, yeah, but he calls
Palmer.
Palmer. That's right.
Yeah.
I have all this written down in a very unorganized fashion. I really need to organize my notes at some point. Palmer.
I'll start now.
Yeah. Palmer, what's up?
Says not much, just life. I'm here.
Yeah. You look tired.
I am tired.
What'd you do all night?
Just had a late night. What about you? What's up with you?
Oh! Not much, as he shifts his weight a bit and he grimaces.
Good. You alright over there?
Yeah, I twisted my ankle. Looks down at his ankle. It's got, like, just some basic bandage, like, sports wrap kind of thing around it.
Jeez, how'd you do that? Chest injury?
Yes, no, I just jumped down and just, twisted my ankle. Landed it on it bad. It's okay.
Alright, well, cool.
Yeah. Probably gonna be at the computer lab for most of the day, so if you need me for anything, let me know.
Sure. Hey, don't forget, like, you owe me, an arcade trip.
Yes. Yeah, we could do that today, if you're up for it.
Totally.
Okay. I'll see you after school then. I just
All
saw
right, cool.
Come on down to the computer lab afterwards. You know where it is, right?
Right. Yeah, I know where it is. You're always there anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. Cool. See you, man.
Bye.
Owen takes his books and turns and just walks off. So it's gonna go forward a little bit. You have first period history. I don't have a second period for you. So what is your second period class?
Oh, geez, I don't know.
You got history, English, veterinarian studies, and chemistry.
History,
Math.
No, okay, I was gonna say literature, but sure.
Okay, well, literature's fine. No, you have an English class. That's kind of something.
No, it's not.
You're
English
right.
is composition, language.
Language. Oh, yeah, okay, that makes more sense. So literature, then. Alright. So, it's second period literature.
Mm-hmm.
And, who's the teacher? You tell me.
Let's see. Teacher is an old panda, probably a failed novelist, named Mr. Bohr. Bohr.
Yeah.
This class is a bore.
That's the joke.
Pandemonium, I swear.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Alright, so Mr. Bohr standing up there doing his thing. He's teaching and whatnot, and he makes sure to point out that, oh, guys, remember, Monday, you've got your big test on Monday. Well, it's not big, but it's a test. So, make sure you all study for that. We're gonna be going over, and he lists off, like, 3 different small novelettes. Or novels that, that the test is over, that, technically speaking, you should have read by now.
So many tests. It's like every week we get a test.
It's called school, Mr. Harvard.
What? Mr. Bohr, can we use our notes in the test?
I mean, if you need to use your notes, you're not going to finish it in time.
So is that a no?
All my tests are open book because they're all about the books. But if you need to use the books, you're not going to have the time to finish.
Gotcha. Cool. Sweet.
No cliff notes.
Ah, darn it.
Own handwriting or the books themselves.
Yes.
And so with that, the class ends. As we have our last comic panel of Sink just looking slightly dejected in his chair. So we turn the page and we're back over at the Porter residence. And your father wakes up, or he's up and about making coffee inside this lab of yours. Because he's a father, therefore he knows where the coffee maker is. So he's just making coffee, being very quiet right now.
So is Cal.
Yeah. So he kind of walks. He gets a cup and he walks. Where is Cal at anyway?
Probably in the Easy Bake Oven room.
So your father's gonna walk over. He's gonna knock on the door kind of gently.
It slides open.
You see him standing there. He's got coffee in his hand. It's clear he's drank at least 1 or 2 cups, and he still looks exhausted. I say clear just
Cal too.
Yeah, I say clear because it's on his breath. But he looks at you like, "Hey, what you up to?"
For the first time in a long time, I don't know.
Yeah, it definitely isn't like you. Though I don't blame you. Kind of at a loss for words myself.
I don't even have.
Yeah, I've got nothing. I feel responsible.
Don't.
I feel like I should have realized something was up.
We both should have. But that's in the past. It sucks. But What we need to do right now is we need to figure out what the lizard people's reasoning for wanting that formula is, what they plan to do with it. Stop them. Find Mom. Rescue her. Get the formula back. And finish working on it so we can cure my brother.
Yeah. Have you thought about going to the police about this?
The police? You mean the guy you spoke to last night? Officer Omen?
Yeah, like before now.
No, because up until yesterday, I had no idea what had happened to that formula.
Oh, okay. I see.
Because the hard drive with the camera footage also got taken.
Yeah, where did you find that?
Would you believe a warehouse that's supposed to be abandoned that's manufacturing some stuff?
Kind of blinks and is like, who's operating in there?
He'll rattle off what they saw.
Did you get a company name or something like that? I guess it wouldn't necessarily be a company.
No, but all that information was given to Detective O'Malley.
Right. Interesting. Your father has this look in his eyes like he's putting something together, but he's not saying anything out loud at the moment.
Is everything okay, Dad?
Are we home? Like, if I go outside there, is that going to be home?
If you go outside there, you'll be in an abandoned... you'll have to climb up, and you'll be in an abandoned field across the street from the fishmonger.
Great. Can we get back home?
We can, although I suggest we wait until at least Daniel's awake, because the shaking will wake him up.
Oh, he's already awake playing some sort of video game with the numerous cats you have. Not Apollo, though. Apollo seems to be actually sleeping, which is kind of weird for a cat.
Not for that one. He's an afternoon cat.
Yes. So I've noticed. So no, and you can hear a little bit like of the sound of someone like clicking the analog sticks on a joystick, like he's trying to be quiet so he doesn't necessarily wake up everybody, but everybody's pretty much awake as it is, except for Apollo. So your father looks at you like, son, I'm not sure I really want to see you get too deeply involved in this. This is dangerous now.
I'm already deeply involved in this.
I mean, we both are to some extent, but this is something that can be left to the authorities at this point. Like, we've got them all the information. There's not much else we can really do, right? I don't feel like I want to see you out there trying to be a hero or anything like that, because you'll only get yourself hurt.
Dad.
Well, before you say anything, he's actually attempting to shift your labels. He's attempting to shift your mundane up and your savior down, because he's trying to tell you to be normal and not be
savior or danger.
Savior, because he's telling you don't go be a hero.
All right. I'll give you my answer after my response.
No problem.
Dad, look. I wish I didn't have to be the one out there. But this entire thing is my fault. It's my responsibility. And I have to be the one to take that responsibility and to make sure that no one can be harmed by that, and that it ends up being used for its proper purpose. So believe me, I don't want to be out there doing that, but if not me, who? I understand what you want, what you're saying. I get it. But I don't know if there's another choice. And I'm accepting his label shift while at the same time mark shifting superior down and danger up, because technically I'm also being confronted with my shit.
Fair enough. This guy sighs like, I mean, Cal, you're. By the way, I should probably mention issue 7 title is "We're in This Together." Probably should have mentioned that. So anyway, he looks at you as like, son, I just don't know, like, what else there is for you to do. Like, what can you... Oh, dear. What can you do at this point? I mean, this is where the authorities get involved, and it starts getting, dangerous.
What can I do? I can, on the fly, combine things to make effects that nobody would think of doing. I can take the information that we find, analyze it quickly, and understand what we're up against. I, once given the notes back that I need, can not only develop a cure for Daniel, but also can develop an antidote for whatever the hell they're planning on doing with DP-50.
He looks at you, he's like, you can... What was that about mixing thing? What?
Let me show you. So he goes over, pushes a button, a cardboard cutout appears, just some random, hooded thug. He just puts on the 2 gauntlets, hits a button, points a gauntlet, and the expanding foam shows up, and just...
So your father watches this. And he stares at this for a while. He looks back at your gauntlets, and he looks at you, he's like, you've been doing this longer than just, yesterday, haven't you?
Yeah.
Vigilante? Kind of thing? You go out often, or just recently?
I go when I need to.
Guessing this has something to do with that nice fox kid that showed up and got us here yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah. He is the second member of our 3-person team.
Please don't tell me you're taking Daniel into trouble.
I am not.
Who's the
I
third?
would never do that.
I figured you wouldn't, but who's the third then?
Cal whips out a laser pointer and points it towards the cat bed. Does Apollo wake up?
Yes.
Laser point and then follows it up the wall so the cat will climb the wall.
Yeah, Apollo is climbing the walls right now, chasing the laser pointer. Rest, kill, pointer.
So he's watching. Okay.
And he traces the pointer up till eventually Apollo has to sit on Mr. Porter's shoulders.
Okay. Hi, Apollo. Looks,
Now.
Oh, one more thing, Dad.
Yes.
Translator function on. Say hi, Apollo.
Hi, Apollo.
Okay. You take your cat out with you to fight crime?
We also fence.
You do fence.
Like, as in sit on a fence?
No, as in dodge, parry, thrust.
Fencing.
Yes.
Well, that's interesting.
You want to tell him, Apollo, or do you want me to?
Yeah, go ahead.
Apollo's not your average house cat. Translator function off. Right, Apollo?
That's right.
He looks at you, looks at the... Did that not turn off? Or did it turn off and you're telling me he can actually talk?
It turned off.
Okay. I feel like this should surprise me more than it is right now. Nope, it's surprising me a lot.
After, yeah, don't lock your.
What did you say?
Don't lock your knees.
Yeah. So he's gonna reach up, kind of like gently grab you, and then just carry you in his arms for a moment, like he's cradling you or something like that for a moment. It's like, so,
Baby.
I know. I just want to sit you down, but now I just want to look at you for a sec. You look like
I
a
have
cat.
teeth and claws.
Yeah, you look
So
like
I have a
cat.
mechanical question.
Hmm.
Would Apollo sacrificing his anonymity be enough to clear guilty from Apollo?
Huh.
You know the problem with that?
What?
Guilty's not marked.
Guilty.
Oh, it's the one that's not marked for you. Okay, I thought that was marked.
So I don't even have to
There are
answer
others
that.
that are marked.
Yeah, so I don't even have to
Fair
answer
Never
that. Nice.
guilty.
Right.
He feels no guilt at all.
Yeah, no guilt ever. That condition is locked from ever being locked. Anyway, so he's clearly just looking at you, Apollo, because he's like, no, you're really a cat. Huh. Just kind of gives you an ear scratch and then sets you down. Okay.
Apollo's headed back to the bed, this time dragging some of the tuna.
So fencing, huh?
Yeah.
You know I was a champion fencer back in high school.
I know.
So do you compete at the... No, you're not even in school. Did you compete in the school? And not tell us at this point?
I had no time for that.
Yeah. Never did. You really should have made some. It would have been... Trust me, you would have been good at it.
I probably would have been. But I had more important things I needed to work on.
Yeah. Excuse me a moment. It's raining now.
But is it raining cats and dogs?
Ooh, just cats.
Yeah, just cats here.
Yes.
Yes.
Just cats here. So, anyway. So anyway, he looks at you. So can we, since everybody's awake now, can we get this going back home? I already sent an email to my work. I'm not coming in today.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, something I'm finding out your wife has been kidnapped for the last 2 years is, I have an excuse to use some sick time.
Just a little bit.
Actually, my boss was way more understanding than I expected him to be.
Did you tell him everything?
Well, considering there's a police report about it, yeah, I kind of did.
Dad?
What?
Why?
Well, not everything, just that something happened to my wife, and it was a problem, and she's out of it for a while. I didn't tell him that she turned into a lizard.
Okay, that's probably good. The less details get out, the better. I mean, we've already almost caused one international incident. We don't need to cause a second one.
He blinks like, what?
Oh, the stuff with the Citadel and the giant marshmallow monster?
He just gets a serious look on his face like, no.
Yeah, I was the marshmallow monster. Because apparently Apollo seems to think that firing M&M's minis from a Roomba is the right thing to do when someone's falling from the sky.
In my defense, it was the right thing at that time.
Cal, home. Now, please.
Buckle up.
Yeah. He just sits on the couch, whatnot, and he just looks like he's got a headache.
Daniel, you're not on the internet playing that, are you?
No. Just
Good.
playing single player.
Activate Figaro protocols. Home.
So big shaking lab goes underground.
Well, the lab was already underground. It
Right.
just now just
Right.
starts
So
going
as it's
back.
rumbling and whatnot, it looks like, couldn't you, like, I'm surprised you haven't invented some kind of inertial dampeners for this thing so it doesn't feel like we're, like, traveling through underground?
Oh, I did, but it's on the outside, so it doesn't feel like there's an earthquake.
Okay. That makes sense.
I never thought I would have to use this protocol. But I installed it after the lab got broken into.
I mean, it makes sense.
Or so I thought.
How did you... How? Like, you had to dig this hole. How did you do this without no one noticing?
He just looks down at Apollo. Who pays attention to a cat digging a hole?
No.
He fed me fish.
I did feed him lots of fresh fish.
Is that all it takes for you to do anything?
I like fish.
Keep that in mind.
Steaks too, but they have to be just cooked perfectly.
Fish is good.
Kiss him on the grill and send him with a cat.
Right. So, the lab comes back up. And, your father just immediately goes outside because he's going inside the house.
Yeah. But no one notices the lab come back up.
Right, because the shell's still there.
The shed shell.
Right, yeah. Which actually caused him to turn around and be like, as he's outside, like, how does no one know? This doesn't look like it's been underground, because he doesn't know this.
You're right, it hasn't. The outside shell stays where it is.
Outside shell. Oh.
It's like the coverings you put on the couch.
Yeah, I Okay. Pretty sure you got all that from your mother's side of the family, because I have no idea how you would be that creative.
I played a lot of video games as a kid.
Yeah, you did. You're still a kid. He just kind of smiles at you.
No, I'm a young adult.
16, still a kid. He just kind of winks at you. Because you're always my kid.
Oh, don't you start that with me.
So he goes inside. He's like, no, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Or you can come in, whatever. Just don't leave yet. So he goes inside. And he goes upstairs to... actually goes upstairs and goes up into the attic. You know, that you barely ever go in. It's got, like, old storage stuff and whatnot that has nothing that you normally go up there for except maybe the Christmas decorations. So, it's a little bit... He comes back down, and he's holding a long, long box. It's like a case, actually. And he walks over to you, and he hands it to you. It's like, look, if you're going to go out there, and I don't think I could stop you at this point, I just want you to have this.
What is it?
Well, if you open it up, it's actually his... fencing rapier. except that it's actually sharp and able to be used. And it's got this really cool golden hilt kind of thing.
Why do you have a ready for bear rapier?
I got this for winning the school championship a while back.
I'm sorry, the school, back when you were a kid, gave out an actual deadly weapon.
No, my coach did. Because he really he gave that to his players that actually won a championship here and there. A couple of them. Not many, but, I actually also sharpened it myself. Don't tell anyone.
Why did you sharpen this, Dad?
Because I wanted to use it in, not actual fighting, but, different
Then what's
things.
the point of sharpening it?
It looked really cool on the wall.
I mean, what? Did you want to be Antonio Banderas or something?
No!
You've got a costume in the attic with a Z on it, don't you?
No, it's got a P on it, because...
Apollo?
Yeah.
There's tuna if you go fetch it.
No, no, there's not a Z on it, it's a P, because Palmer. Porter.
Oh, Apollo's digging it out of whatever chest it's in already.
It's actually locked. It's like this, hope chest kind of thing. It's locked up, right? Like with a padlock on it and whatnot.
You just see Apollo pop his fingernail out and start trying to pick the lock.
This guy shakes his head like I had this. I had it all polished and sharpened because it looked cool on the wall. Also, I don't like guns, and back before I met your mother, I've had something to keep me safe just in case. But
In the background, you just hear Apollo click out a 1.
Okay, Apollo.
Nothing on 2.
Okay, you're good. Thank you. You're still tuna.
Oh.
so,
Just make sure you share.
My tuna?
He looks. He kneels down and gives Apollo a little scritchy and goes, and remember, the next time you pick a lock, the best way to go about it isn't to use one finger, isn't to use one claw, it's to use 2 so you can click and do it that way. And I'm attempting to comfort and support using logical angle.
okay, do it. Oh, there you go. So is that just comfort and support using a different role, or?
Yeah. So technically it's a 10 because I'm still insecure, but that doesn't matter.
No, it won't.
So, yeah. So, first things first. Apollo, if you hear me, you either mark your potential, clear condition, or shift labels if you open up. On a 10 plus, I can also add a team to the pool or clear condition myself. I'm clearing condition as well.
Oh, so that's how you pick that lock. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, see? So, it's all good.
You're not going to get mad at me for picking locks, are you?
I will.
Which locks are you planning on picking?
Apollo's going to take a freight off.
So is Cal.
So as you're all talking about this, Apollo, you feel something kind of nuzzle up against you.
Oh, no.
It's Athena.
I knew I smelled you.
Oh, good. I freshened up just for you.
So it's an extra 40 licks today.
Well, you know.
I'd like to point out that the translator is off, so it just looks like those two are meowing at each other.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm very thankful for this.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Well, you're also... I'm assuming you're outside. Maybe not. I don't know.
We were
It's-
just,
yeah.
we were just where we were.
We were upstairs, basically. Oh, by the way, Dad, this is Athena.
The neighbor's
She
cat,
was-
right?
Yeah, apparently the neighbors are gone for a little bit, so she's been hanging out in the shed. And apparently, she likes my house cat, not house cat.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that.
And then he leans over and whispers, and I'm not sure if they don't like other cats where he's from, or if he's just tone deaf, but he keeps rebuffing her. It's kind of adorable, actually.
Oh. Did you just say where he's from?
I actually don't know.
Okay.
The answer is just not from around here.
How not from around here?
Yes.
You know what? I'm just gonna stop asking questions. Okay.
And Apollo looks up at it. Usually it's better that way.
Yeah, I'm starting to understand this. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go.
Athena, here's some tuna. I'm gonna go back to the shed now.
Oh, thank you. And she starts munching on the tuna you gave her. As
As he's walking out, he looks at Cal. See, I shared.
Aw. Your father kind of shakes his head and starts heading in the house. Like, I'm gonna go make a few phone calls to some of your mother's friends to see if they have any knowledge of anything at all.
Be cagey with it, Dad.
Cagey.
Again, the less people know details, the better.
Yeah. Yeah. He just kind of walks inside. And from there, we're going to turn the page again. It's now afternoon. After school. Sync. Schooling's done. Like, you know,
Hey.
bell rings, school's over. You're in the classroom as everybody's leaving.
Not the bell ring, I'm not.
Well, I mean, the bells rang. You're in the class. The bells ring. Do your thing.
Yeah, I'm like one of the first things to get out. But he's gonna go immediately to the computer lab.
Okay.
That's
So-
where he's meeting no one at.
Well, you get there and no one's actually not there.
You know, maybe he's slow. He does have a bum leg anyway. So I'll just kind of wait around the computer lab for a little bit.
You see his stuff though. Like, it's clear he
Oh, his
was
stuff's-
there. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so that was... okay. Well, maybe he'll be back. Again, I'll wait a little bit for him just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, what stuff are we talking about?
Oh, like his he's got his laptop. It's plugged in and it's up and whatnot. And like there's a notepad and few things, notes and whatnot.
Anything on the screen of the laptop right now? He said it's up, so...
You go look at it.
I mean, if it's just up, I'll
yeah.
just walk casually around it.
Yeah, it's his screensaver of different chess pieces and fencing equipment and computer.
How do I have such a boring friend? Anyway, I'll wait a little bit for him.
So, do you look at anything else, or do you just look at the screen, the note of the thing?
Let's see. Well, I guess if I'm glancing at his stuff, do I see anything on the notepad right away that looks at all interesting? You see, he had a notepad out.
Yes. Yeah, he's got a few. It looks like his notes from class and whatnot. But on the bottom, there's a couple of phone numbers.
Okay. Do I notice anything significant about those numbers?
Well, one of them happens to be Cal's cell phone.
Why would Owen have that?
So now you hear a door open, and Cal actually comes walking out from.
Owen or Cal?
Owen. Sorry, did I say Cal? I meant Owen.
You did.
Owen.
That's all right.
Sorry. Owen
a very different scene.
Yeah, Owen comes walking out of. So like this is sort of a classroom-ish kind of thing, and there's a like a teacher's room, like where they can go to like do whatever they need to do. He comes out of there. Rooms all turned off, whatnot. So like, there's clearly no one else in there, and he sees you. He's like, oh. He looks at his watch like.
As soon as he sees Owen coming, he's actually gonna do one of those where he's like, like stretching his back,
right,
looking like he's not looking at anything.
Oh, is it already? Oh gosh, I didn't even realize what time it was.
You just got so preoccupied.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh, Mr. Pfeiffer asked me to check his computer. He's having a small issue with it, and he was going to be in today, so he asked if I could just take care of it for him.
Oh, that's pretty cool of you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was here, and I figured I might as well.
You're ready to go, right? Like, you're not still tied up with, like, work or something weird, right?
Oh, yeah, I just going to shut this down here, and he just goes over to the computer that he stuffs at and shuts that down, like, does the Windows shutdown thing, turns off his laptop and whatnot, so he's just doing the basic, like, getting ready to go kind of things.
As he's walking over and he's doing all that, I'm actually going to ask him, so were you here all last period, like, or... Like, is this your last period here, or were you somewhere else for your last period?
I've been here, most of the day.
Most of the day? Jeez,
Yeah.
how'd you snag that?
When you're the student aide of the computer, professor, teacher, it's easy to get able to.
But you don't have classes or anything?
I do most of my work just remotely at this point.
Jeez. That sounds awesome.
Well, I've practically graduated already. I really just have a few extra credits I need to take care of.
Oh, I see. So what do you do all day, then, if you're graduate? Just do stuff for teachers?
Yeah, mostly manage the lab. I do have a few classes in the morning, but I spend most of my afternoons here-ish.
I'm going to pierce the mask on him.
Okay.
Gonna fail because I'm not very good at mundane, but I'm finally suspicious. Do I have an influence over him, by the way? Because he is my best friend.
I don't think you do.
I don't officially. I don't know if I had it.
No.
But okay. I needed it.
No, it wouldn't have mattered. Unless you'd spent team selfishly.
Which I could have.
Good done. Yeah.
But no. I don't have anything against him down here. So... I failed to pierce the mask, so... Zig's kind of trying to look at Owen like, it's like, there's something weird about you. Like, having that information, but... I'll save it.
So he picks up his notebook and closes it, and just puts all the stuff in his backpack and his laptop, and it's like, alright, so what arcade are we going to?
We're going to the arcade, the one we always go to.
Right. Let's go, then.
Yeah.
So you guys head off, and you're walking to the arcade. You do anything while you're walking, or just...
I mean, you just have the regular casual chit-chat,
Yep.
like about the day, all the stuff that happens in the school, etc.
So, Palmer, you got any new tests coming up? I know you've been struggling a little bit here and there.
Oh, glad you care.
Of course I do.
Yeah, there's a...
I'm your
Well,
friend.
it's not that. It's not that. It's just took me by surprise. But yeah, I got a literature class test coming up on this coming Monday.
You read any of the books?
I've read about them.
Okay, after I play this game with you, we're going to my place for a study session. Unless you have something else you have to do.
I mean, I don't know yet, but
I guess
that should be
if it's
fine.
Monday, I guess we have all weekend.
Yeah, I mean, it's 3 books, and they're tiny. I've seen them before. How bad could it be?
He just kind of looks at you and just shakes his head like, yeah. Let's go. So what game were we playing again?
Time Splitters 5.
Right. He's still limping on his ankle.
Jeez, that looks like it's getting worse.
No, it's not getting worse. It's just not getting better. Walking around is probably a bad idea.
Makes sense.
Yeah. All right, so...
By the way, see, while they're kind of walking there, Six gonna send off kind of like a casual text to Cal. Because now he's thinking about Cal.
Mm-hmm.
Just sort of like a... You doing okay with all the stuff with your mom and, lizard thing? He's not good at comforting too much. He's trying.
No.
Cal just sends back a very terse, "What the hell do you think?"
Six guy texts him again. And, is Owen paying attention much, by the way?
I mean, he notices you're texting. He's not, like, looking over your shoulder. It's just,
cool.
He figures you're texting someone. He's just, whatever.
He says, he says, texts to Cal and says, "Hey, can he call me in, like, about 10 minutes?
Like 10 minutes or exactly 10 minutes?
Around."
Okay.
And after he does that, after he responds okay, Six is gonna kind of surreptitiously delete, or at least delete the name that he has for Cal in his contact list.
Okay.
And then he'll continue on to the arcade.
All right.
Cal will wait the requisite 9 minutes and 15 seconds, and then call.
So you guys get, like, a round in, I'm guessing, and whatnot.
So yeah, as we're doing that, then I'll get the call. I'll be genuinely surprised because I wasn't sure what time it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll jump, get it, and I'll look at that, and I'll see Cal's phone number on my caller ID.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to, geez, these weird bot callers, so I'm going to show it to Owen. It's like, Owen, do you recognize this number? I don't even know whose it is.
Looks at it, it's like... No?
Jeez, okay, I gotten this number a couple times.
Doesn't look like it'd be a rotary call, though, because it's not like the area code, whatnot. It's not normally the rotary phone call, so...
Maybe just a wrong number or something. Alright. So Sync's gonna press ignore. And then put his phone back in the pocket. And then he's gonna continue on the game.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second here. I'll have to use my powers. Never mind. Dangerous web, not using my powers. So, as we're playing further and further on, does Owen like...
This is a light gun game, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So, like, all the pew-pews.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you notice Owen is really good at this game.
He doesn't seem at all, like, shaken or, like, off balance or anything as we continue on.
Outside of the fact that, his ankle hurts, but, no.
So as we're getting, like, into, a big boss fight, and, like, we're shooting and, like, getting really intense, I gotta casually kind of, like, lean over to him and say, "So, how do you know Cal?"
As he's shooting, he pauses for a bit and is like, "Who's Cal?"
So, I was, like, it's a name I just kind of saw, like, on your, notebook as I was walking by the desk. It just kind of stuck out to me.
So he just immediately just stops shooting and whatnot. Looks like, "You were looking at my notebook?"
I saw something I recognized.
I didn't... You didn't see the name Cal, by the way, just so you know.
I'm sorry.
Saw his phone number.
I think he said, saw Cal next to the phone number.
No, you saw Cal's phone number.
Right. That's fine.
It's funnier this way.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
I'd have no idea what you're talking about. Unless you saw me... Cal could be my calculus notes.
I mean, like, I saw a number I recognized. It belonged to my buddy Cal.
Oh. Oh, is that whose number that is? That's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. almost as weird as like seeing it in your notebook, and then weird when I show you the number and then you don't recognize it.
Well, if it's on the... Hold on. He pulls out... He actually gets into his book bag at this point and pulls out his notebook and turns to that page. And like, he turns right to that page, as you notice, and looks at her like, oh, yeah. Wait, this is your friend Cal's number? Oh. Met this cute girl at a chess meet. Wrote down her phone number. So I thought.
Okay. There's a big ask here, Owen.
Mm-hmm.
There are two things you're asking me to believe that I can't. I think you're kind of a bad liar. But first, girl, you, yeah.
I've dated before.
Second,
You know this.
that's a very specific number to right and wrong. And I think you're just kind of I think you're trying to pull one over on me. Come on. I'm your best friend, Owen.
So, you say that to him. He just kind of gives a big sigh and looks right at you and says, yeah, so what were you going to tell me about you going out trying to save the world every night? And that he just turns and just starts to leave.
He's going to grab him.
He looks actually upset.
So he's going to try to grab him by the arm as he tries to walk away.
Like he kind of like, he doesn't like pull away, he just kind of grabs you and just pulls you with him.
Okay, fine. I was going to go with you anyway, fine.
For the record, if they're leaving the arcade, that's when Cal is pulling up.
Okay.
Sink told him to call, and then didn't answer. He assumed something bad happened.
That's a good point, yeah.
That's fine. It means that we can confront this immediately.
Apollo, are you in the car with Cal or not?
No, Apollo's streaming right now.
Okay.
He has more important things to worry about.
Right.
See, what he's doing is he's flinging himself into easy relief.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So, like, Owen just walks you outside, and he's actually turning down, like, the alley behind the arcade, because...
Yeah, no, Sink's not letting him go down that alley.
No,
like,
he's trying to drag you with him, because he's like, we gotta find someplace private to talk.
Well, if Sink sees the car pull up, which I'm assuming he does...
It's not hard to miss.
He's like, we got a private place right here. He's got to point at the car.
Harvard.
It's Palmer.
No, you told me to call and then you didn't answer. It's Harvard right now.
We can talk about this on the way. I got a friend here. He needs to get in the car now. We need to talk.
Alright, fine. He sits
Okay,
in
so
he sits in
Sink's
the car.
got him into the car.
Yeah. He sits in...
Put him in the back seat.
Yeah. He looks like he's pretty familiar with the car.
So, Cal, you know this guy?
Never seen him before in my life. Why?
He's my buddy Owen. Known him from school, known him for a good number of years, and he apparently knows you.
Knows me.
And he also knows something about what we've been doing, or at least partially. Owen, I was gonna tell you.
I don't think you were.
You don't know what I think.
Hold on. If I may, if I may, not to interrupt the two of you here, but Owen.
Yes.
I couldn't help but notice, as you were trying to drag my friend along here, that you were limping.
Yes. Twisted my ankle.
Doing what exactly?
Jumping inside of a building.
That's what I thought.
Wait, what's that mean?
He looks over at you. He's like, "You mean you don't really? Hey, you haven't figured out the fact that
you haven't figured this out yet?
Yeah.
Hold on.
You haven't figured.
Let's let him figure it out.
Wait, no, it's not fair. Wait.
Wait, they're driving at this point,
Right.
and Cal just looks back and just gives the nod.
So Six
Owen.
kind of
Owen was kind of upset, and now he's just kind of stupidly
Just
amused
jumping.
at this moment. It's
Wait a second, Owen!
What?
You're a lizard. Wait, no. 1, 2. Owen, you're that night guy, whatever he was, Night Darkness.
That's right, Sink.
You were a lot taller in my mind.
It took you guys long enough to figure it out.
Well, I didn't see your tail, so I don't know.
That was the
I've never
point.
met you before.
Yes.
Until today.
Well, I didn't expect you to figure it out.
And it took me all of 30 seconds.
Well, you know everything.
No, I don't know everything.
So wait. Oh, and this entire time you've been Darkness?
Yep. Been doing that for about 6 months now.
You jerk! All this time, people got all these cryptic messages, and, you were fiddling with Cal and everything. I thought he had, a little nemesis. You barely did anything to me! I was right there!
Wow.
I have a phone, too! I can get cool text messages!
You think I wanted to put my best friend in danger? I didn't realize you were going to be with him. Not to mention, I didn't expect you guys, you morons, to drive this car into their citadel, practically.
We got away, and you got us out of there. Thank you, by the way.
Yes, you're welcome.
How long have you been doing this?
As I said, about 6 months, ever since they caught me.
Okay. That explains all the computer stuff.
Huh?
Like, you being into computers and such, because of all the technomancy things that you do, too.
Yeah, I've been able to do that for a very long time. I've practiced technomancy for most of my life.
Wait, what?
Let's ask.
You said it was a new thing when you were, doing the whole teleporting through computers
No.
stuff. I thought you were a newbie.
Well, yeah, because I've never teleported through a computer before. It doesn't mean I haven't actually used that. No, the chain power is the new thing that they stuck inside me.
Owen,
What?
I have a question for you.
Sure.
It was the lizards who did the chain thing, right?
Yep.
While you were there, was there a woman in captivity?
I don't
He'll
know.
describe what his mother.
Yeah.
He'll describe what his mother looks like.
Yeah, he shakes it like I'm sorry, I don't know, because as far as I can remember, I was on a lab table for most of my time there. I was injected with a few things, and then they said it didn't work, and I remember hearing that. I think they thought I was asleep. And then they gave me, and then I realized I had these powers, new powers. But every time I use them, I feel it basically destroyed my soul. I don't know what they did to me. It almost feels like some kind of a magic curse. I'm not sure I believe in magic. Well, not that kind of magic, but I guess it does exist.
Well, here's the thing, is you don't need to use those. Every time you do, it's bringing you closer to something horrible. And that's not anything that you need to deal with.
Well, I want to figure out why they did this to me. And that's why I've been looking into things, and I stumbled across that incident you guys had at the gas station. And I realized that you had to be the one that created that initial formula that they were talking that I got a few information on.
Yes, DP50.
That's the one.
At this point, they've pulled into the driveway, and we can continue this conversation in the lab.
Right. So, he gets up and goes, he obviously knows where it is because he's been there before.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they'll walk in and he'll just be like, he'll shut the door, like, all right, next question. Where did they take you from?
Just walking home. Just, it was the day before camp, like summer camp. And, I was gone for about a month, not about a couple of weeks, like the longest camp was. And apparently they set it up that my parents thought I was there, and the camp thought I had canceled.
Geez, I wish I hadn't played hooky so much during camp. I would have noticed.
Yeah, well,
there's a way we might be able to figure out what happened a little bit more.
no,
If you're willing to try it.
whatever at this point.
Okay, so there is a method that profilers will sometimes use to get people to remember incidents. It's called a cognitive interview.
Ooh.
A what?
A cognitive interview.
Okay.
To
I
put it
know
in
what
the
those two
easy-
terms mean individually. I don't know what they mean together.
Yeah. To put it into easy to understand terms, it's basically the interviewer does their best to put you back into the spot where you had the traumatic experience.
Okay.
Asking you to remember the sights, the smells, the sounds.
He nods like, okay, I know. I give sorry. I've never heard it called that, but I know what you're talking about.
And if that's something you're willing to try,
Sure.
we might be able to get a little more information.
Yeah, that's fine. Sorry about hacking your phone, by the way. I had to get a message to you somehow. I was trying to hide who I was.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about secret identities is eventually it all comes into the light.
So I'm noticing.
Yeah.
How Superman was able to do it forever in the comic books.
Yeah, he cheated.
He had those.
Yeah,
He had those glasses. Gosh.
Cal puts on his glasses.
Where'd you go, Cal? I don't see you anywhere. Yeah.
But is Apollo's streaming room like in the lab? I forget.
He's got a little side lab office.
Right.
But Cal sees it as like, yeah, let's use the banking room.
Mm-hmm. He was gonna poke his head and say hi.
Oh, no, we have 2 cats in the team. Cool by me.
Just get me close to a computer too. Whatever I say, we can just record if I just put my
No.
hand on it.
I've got that taken care of.
Okay. He looks.
No.
Speaking of cats, why do you have so many here?
Because cats are easily trusted, and one of them was altered by the lizard people, so I've been trying to study them at the same time.
Seems like they're doing that a lot. I don't know what their game is. It seems like they're testing a bunch of things on different people. And I don't know why.
What type of animal is Owen?
He's a lynx.
He's a lynx, yeah.
Okay. Wait, small cat, big cat. Oh, God.
What?
They tested things on you.
Yes.
Tested things on the tiny cat.
Mm-hmm.
You think they might be focused on that?
Well, a feline test group's as good as any.
Maybe they tried doing it on, like, more feral ones before they moved on to, ones like us.
No, Brutus was recent.
Right, that's right. Not.
Anyway, looks at Owen. You wouldn't mind. Sit down.
He sits down,
Now, what I want you to do, close your eyes.
closes his eyes.
You're walking home. It's the day before summer camp. The sun is out. Not very many clouds in the sky. The sounds of the city are all around you. What do you smell?
What do I smell? I smell smell fried chicken because I walked past the KFC coming home.
Nice. So you hear the smell of fried chicken. What are you feeling right now? Like emotionally. What are you feeling? How are you feeling?
I'm excited to go to summer camp and hang out with all my computer nerd friends for a while. And Palmer too. He's cool.
Thanks.
Okay, so we're excited. We've got the smell of fried chicken. You look around as you smell this fried chicken. What do you see?
It's a little late at night. Not at night. It's a little later because I stayed after for a while, getting things prepped so I could be gone from the club for the 2 weeks. Because the computer club still meets every whatever. Anyway, so I see the sun is setting.
In relation to where you're walking, where is the sun setting?
In front of me.
In front of you? Okay. So you're walking west.
Yeah.
What else do you see?
I get to the corner. I start walking down a side street. It's not my street yet, but it's going towards that neighborhood. There's a lot of trees there, so there's a lot of shade. It's a little darker there.
How does it feel walking through the shade?
Nice, relaxing.
Okay.
I heard them coming. I didn't think
Okay.
it was anything.
No. What does it sound like when they're approaching? What do you hear?
A van driving
A
down
van.
the road,
Okay.
and then I hear
Is it driving wildly? Is it driving normally?
normally it's just another car, but then it stopped suddenly
Right in front of you?
next to me.
Okay.
Didn't think anything of it really. And car doors opened. Still didn't think much of it until
I want you to stop for a second.
okay.
Keep yourself where you are. Look to the van. What color is it?
It's navy blue.
Okay. What else? Are the windows normal? Are they tinted?
They're tinted.
Okay. Is there anything about the van that stuck out to you?
There's a logo.
What's the logo say?
I don't remember.
Right.
It's blurry.
Hank, hand me a piece of paper.
What?
Hand me a piece of paper and a pencil.
Give me get some piece of paper and pencil running around to get it. Gotcha.
Right. Take this paper I have in front of me. Draw what you remember. It might be blurry, but even if you can make out little bits, it's what color is the logo?
So instead of grabbing the pencil, he actually puts his hand on a monitor next to him. And an image kind of pops up on there. It's like this.
That works too.
This is just easier for me. I am terrible at drawing.
That's fine. What color is the logo?
It was white and yellow, like with
Okay.
with the navy blue. It was like it was a company van.
Okay, good. Good. So it's white and yellow. Van was blue. Okay, that's good. The doors opened.
So on the screen, you see the logo starts off in like just a yellow circle, like a yellow circle with like the fill is like white inside, as he's trying to think of like what else was inside there.
Okay. So the van door has opened. Was the logo on the door
Yeah,
that opened, or was it okay?
Yeah, you know that
So
sliding,
the doors.
the sliding door. Yeah.
Okay. So now the door's open and whoever's inside is coming out. Who steps out of the van?
I didn't see.
Okay. You didn't see, but you heard, you smelled, you touched.
It was definitely a scaled arm.
Okay. How many?
I only noticed one because that's the one who put the cloth over my nose.
Okay.
Wait,
So
there was another.
what did they feel like? What did they sound like? What did they smell like?
There was another. The only one that grabbed me was scaled, but there was a human there. He had a mustache.
Was it the doctor?
The doctor was a cat.
Panther.
Oh, right.
That's still a cat. Okay.
Right. No, there's this. I don't know who he was. He didn't say anything.
It's okay. What type of mustache? Big and bushy? Was it small?
So the logo that he was trying to remember on the screen kind of disappears, and instead you actually get like an outline drawing of what this guy's face kind of looks like because he actually got a good look at him. You've seen this person before.
Who is it?
It's the same mustache man that was there when the doctor was kidnapped.
It's the same one who's been on who was at the presser too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no, that's good. That's good. He screen caps that, saves it, sets a new. All right. So we get the guy with the mustache. We have a scaled arm. Why don't you go back to the logo for a second? Okay. So it's white. It's yellow. It's on that sliding door.
No, it's not. It's the logo was yellow because it was a bird. A yellow bird.
Okay. Yellow bird. Okay.
So, I will tell you all, since you live in the city, you would kind of know that is actually a logo of a company that isn't like the biggest company out there, but you will see its vans around and whatnot. It's called the
What are they?
Samson Company. Samson Incorporated. And
Wasn't Samson the name of the doctor?
no. But as far as you know, they deal in like computer parts. Like they're that they don't necessarily fix the computers and whatnot. They deal in electronics like selling, delivering, that kind of thing, like their big warehouse and whatnot.
They're like a geeks Home Depot Geek Squad.
Exactly.
Good. That's good. We know who that logo is. Alright, Owen, I need you to do me a favor.
Hmm.
Okay. I need you to take a deep breath and open your eyes.
So he does that. He opens his
You
eyes
did
up.
good.
Thanks.
We could have gone deeper into that, but I don't think we need to.
I was out that much. Yeah, I remember
I
I
didn't
saw
want
it.
you to relive that.
Yeah, no.
But hey, we now know that they're using a van from Samson Inc.
Samson Inc. Wait a minute. So Owen just kind of gets up and he goes over to your computer. He's like, "Do you mind if I use this real quick?"
Even if I say no, you're going to anyway.
I'm serious. I'm like, I if you don't want me to, I won't. But I
Just do it.
okay. So he puts his hands on the keyboard, and without typing anything, things just start popping up on the computer or whatnot. As he's looking, it's like he's surfing through the internet, and he's looking into databases that you wouldn't just be able to get into without like knowing where they are. And like you see websites kind of flashing much faster than normal, whatnot, as he's going through. He's like, "That's what I thought." That building that we were at before.
The warehouse?
That's who owns the building. Samson Incorporated.
Well, that's convenient.
Well, it's a shell corp. It's like there's like 3 different layers of shell corporations. As he points to the computer and starts rattling off how all of this works and whatnot.
So let's ask the important question. We know that Samson Inc. is at least a semi-legitimate business because we see them all around the city and they've done work all around the city.
Yeah.
What is a computer parts store doing involved with a... And then Cal stops. Oh my god.
What? What'd you figure out? I'm not gonna guess it again.
No. But if you're a society on the outskirts of civilization, trying to get information on everything, and you end up working with the people installing 90% of the tech in the city, you have eyes and ears everywhere.
But if they're that familiar with that stuff, why would they still be so primitive when we went to see the Citadel?
We saw the outside of the Citadel.
You didn't see the inside of it.
That's true.
They're not. They have a certain way of life, but they're not as primitive as you think. They rely
Just
a
like
little
you
more.
saw the outside of my shed.
Good point.
They rely a little more on magic than they do technology, but they do have it.
To the untrained eye, magic and technology can be the same thing.
Exactly. Especially when you blend them both.
Yeah. He's gonna hate me for this. Looks up. Alright, Nora. What level is Apollo on right now? Because the stream's being brought up.
Oh, he's on. He just restarted a run, so he's on Green Great. Or, what is it? Must be.
Yeah. We can get him in here, because inevitably Krako's going to kill him.
Huh?
Kirby.
No.
Yeah. But
Owen looks at. Do you want me to just tell him to come in here?
no. Let him.
Because I could just show up on his screen. It'd be kind of fun.
Yeah,
I know.
we got it.
Apollo, last run, tuna call.
Apollo falls in a pit and just tosses the controller at the camera and turns everything off and walks.
He threw the run!
But he was attached! He was attached!
Yep. He walks in, and you're not entirely sure where Cal gets it from, but there's just a plate of fresh tuna.
Yeah,
No, I think you got a bluff.
Apollo just hops up there and starts eating.
So Owen looks at it like, where do you keep all of that?
I have compartments everywhere.
Yes.
You've gone into battle with him, you should know that by now.
Yeah. Exactly. Oy.
Look, when you read enough comics in the early 90s, you learn that pockets and pouches you need.
Yeah, you're right.
So, what we've been able to figure out so far is the fact that they probably have eyes and ears in 90% of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Which means the information we gave to the police is probably now out there publicly, at least to them. The reason that they couldn't do anything here is because my network is secure, which is why they had to wait and sneak in the way they did. What were you saying, Owen?
I was telling you before, I don't think Dr. Hartford is who you think he is. And what I mean is, I don't think he stole your formula.
What makes you say that?
Like, on purpose. Well, after viewing that footage and then figuring out what happened, I saw the police report. Because I was curious. I think that lizard who was impersonating your mother. As I said, I've hacked into the security cameras. I think she set the whole thing up. I think she sold Dr. Hefford the formula for him, thinking that he was getting like some breakthrough formula that was then stolen from him, which is why he's been kidnapped.
That's a bit of a jump, like...
Well, the reason I say that is because his computer... I hacked into his computer, too. It's kind of easy, actually. He really needs to change his password from password.
You got on me about looking at your notebook.
Well, yes. So, as after all this started a couple days ago, I found his home computer still attached to the net to online. It was still on, thankfully. Mm-hmm. But it looked like he had gotten your formula and was extrapolating on it a little more. Didn't make much progress because then all of his stuff got deleted. He had a little side journal about a few things, but it looks like it got stolen from him. He was definitely working on it, though. And there were notes in there about how, Mr. and Mrs. Porter had discovered a formula. He didn't know where it came from. But there wasn't a lot of notes after that because it said most of it got deleted. I have to assume his hard drive was stolen.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think what we need to do is we need to let our friend detective know that his computers are probably compromised.
Right.
Cal will pick up his phone and dial the secure number.
Here, hold on a second. Owen kind of holds his hand. I was like, can I see that just for a sec?
What are you going to do?
Make it more secure. So give Owen the phone. He holds onto it for a second. You see a bunch of things flash up on your phone for a moment. He hands it to you. He's like, there you go. Now anyone who traces that call thinks that they're going to thinks that you're going to be calling from halfway across the country.
Oh,
I was gonna show off, buddy.
That's easy.
Right, sure it is.
It's called installing a VPN.
Oh, right. Whatever.
I just happen to hack one that, is my own invention, and you don't have to pay for it.
Apollo, how's the tuna, buddy? Apollo, we've been over this. Chew your food.
So
chew your food, or we're skipping sushi night.
Sorry.
Oh, and kind of perks up sushi night.
What's one more cat to the army?
I told you I couldn't have chocolate.
What's chocolate got to do with sushi?
That was the last time you made cupcakes. I took one of the blonde ones.
You did. That's when we didn't know you were a cat.
Yeah, I know. Said I thought I was pretty clever about.
What did you do with your tail again?
It's part of the suit. It's kind of tucked in.
That sounds uncomfortable.
It's not the most comfortable thing, but, when you're trying to hide your identity, the last thing you want to do is let everybody know you're at least not human.
Sting kind of looks at him and says, okay, yeah, I guess that's...
You just change your fur color. I mean, you don't try to hide the fact you're a fox.
That's true.
I was trying to hide everything about me because I wanted them not realizing I was coming back after them. I think they think that their experiment failed, or I'm just gonna die and not realize it.
Also, before we call the detective, can we seriously have a discussion here for a minute? How emo are you? Darkness? Really?
I told you!
I was trying...
I was surprised.
What was Tenebris not available?
It was trying to pick something that I wouldn't pick. I was trying everything to make sure that was not, tied to me in any way, shape, or form.
Owen, I've known you for a long time. You're a nerd.
I know that.
It's exactly what you would have picked.
Yeah, you're right.
Seriously. Tenebris? That would have worked?
It came up with that on the fly, okay? What can I tell you?
I mean, you could have gone with Techno Hack.
No, because the technomancy thing I've always had. I didn't want anyone else to know that. I've tried to hide that from... You guys really are the first ones that ever actually admitted it to. Other than my dad. Because he's also a technomancer.
It's just entire family.
Well, it's one of those things that's run down my father's family line for a little while.
How did I ever forget about this? I stayed at your house.
We don't talk about it. Why do you think our house has computers in every room?
Because you guys are nerds.
Sync?
Yeah.
You're not the most observant.
I am very observant when there's something that I want.
Exactly. Yes. You're very observant when your ADOS kicks in.
ADOS? Wait, what?
Attention deficit. Ooh, shiny.
Oh, you just described me perfectly there, Teach.
I'll give you that one.
I mean, I already have one like that. He points to Apollo.
Right.
What?
Although, his is more of ADOL.
Yeah.
Laser?
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm gonna get that moth one of these days.
Shines on the wall.
Oh, the laser too. Oh, the moth is over there.
Oh, that one? He points the laser on the moth. But seriously, darkness. Wow.
It was just I needed something quick. Wasn't sure what else to say.
Could have even been the claw.
I don't remember.
Or
Dark
I am
Claw?
the dark. The dark would have been so much better.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I thought about that. And I
Yes,
just... The problem is when I think about that kind of thing, it just kind of came out as darkness because I don't type. I just think. It just kind of does.
Look, all I know is that no one ever calls me by my code name anyway. So
What is your code
You didn't
name?
like Princess Sparkle Pants?
I let you put the tiara on once for the stream. How many subs did you get because of that?
I'm still cashing the checks.
Exactly.
Alright, so...
I thought it was fabulous.
It was fabulous.
Nobody
You're
says your
damn
name.
right I was the prettiest princess.
It's too many syllables, that's why, Cal.
Amalgam?
Yes!
That's not too many syllables.
That's a whole 3.
This
Cal
kind of
is
a
so
mouthful.
much faster.
So Owen walks over to her.
Apollo.
Yeah, his is the word.
So Owen actually walks over towards Apollo and kind of like kneels down. Is like, so you're the big Twitch streamer I watch all the time.
Oh, you're a fan?
Dude, I've been subscribed to you since you got your button.
Nice. Well, here's an autograph. And Apollo pulls one out.
He was actually just going to ask you for that. He's like, awesome. Well, that message board, people are going to go insane over this.
Hold on.
Wait.
Do
Just
you really
confirm.
want? Hold on. Do you really want to make him go crazy? Paula,
Yeah.
selfie? You don't have to. You don't have to. It's up to you.
So Apollo hops up on his shoulders.
Oh. He looks excited. And snap.
I guess picture. There,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thanks. Dude, that's awesome.
Now can I go back to my tuna?
Of course. I just want to say hi.
Hi. Tuna.
Priorities.
Right, no, I understand. Trust me.
At this point, Cal's gonna be like, boop, 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 boop.
Detective O'Malley.
Detective. Afternoon.
Who's this?
We spoke last night.
Oh, sorry, I didn't recognize the no. Okay. Hi! Sorry, the caller ID must be acting up. It's weird.
No, it's acting exactly the way it needs to act. I've doubly secured the line.
Oh, smart man.
Because I've come across some new information that might be of interest to you, but we need to speak again at my secure location, because yours is probably compromised.
Kind of gives a sigh, like, okay, I'll be there as soon as I can.
Not where we were last time, just come to the house and go to the shed out back.
Okay. Shall do. Click. So it takes about 20 minutes before the...
About the 15-minute mark, you heard ding. Oh, yeah, that. Walks over to the oven, opens it up, pulls out what appear to be just two cake rounds. What? I was craving layer cake.
I love that you're a chemist.
I guess
Are we
Baking
sure he's a
technically
chemist
chemistry.
anymore? He's
No,
more of
yes.
just a baker.
Baking is chemistry. That's what I
baking
mean.
is chemistry, yeah.
Yes.
And Apollo, we've been over this. The proper term is molecular gastronomist.
Yeah, I can't say that last word. I'm a
Exactly.
cat.
So when the detective shows up, Cal is in the process of frosting his 4-layer vanilla cake.
So yeah, the detective gets, knocks on the door. So, Owen goes over and opens it because they're expecting you. And then, plus you guys know the car pulled up. So so the detective comes in and he immediately looks over and sees Cal's doing that. It's like, glad you've got your hobbies.
Would you like a slice?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Not you, Harvard.
No. Aw.
I was asking the detective.
Yes, that'd be awesome. That looks really nice.
So Cal will finish going on, and it's not like a fancy. It's just frosted the whole way around.
Mm-hmm.
Does a little, boop, 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 little pinpoint dollars and cuts a slice of cake for the detective, for Owen, for Apollo, for the other cats, for him, for Daniel. Then gives one to sink.
Gee, thanks. He's gonna really eat his cake immediately.
There's literally nothing left of the cake by the time everyone's done.
So, what did you need to tell me as he's munching on cake?
Well, we figured out who might be the lizard's contact points in the city.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Well, it's been brought to my attention through some discussions that a van involving this man, he puts the picture up, who you might recognize as this man from the video, and one of these lizard people was driving around town. The van belongs to Samson Inc.
Okay, yes. I've got a lot of vans.
Okay. Samson Inc. was also. Remember I told you about the hard drive
Yes.
that we reacquired?
Yes. So I'm not going to ask how you did.
One of their shell corporations owned the warehouse we found it in.
Really?
So if you want to extrapolate further, if the lizards are in fact working with Samson Incorporated, Samson has got computer parts in 90% of the technology in the city, which means they have eyes and ears everywhere. They don't have any in mind because mine's custom built.
Detective's rubbing his head like, please tell me that's not true. Oh, and, like, pulls out his cell phone and kind of, like, shows the detective, like, all of the documentation of how to get to, like, the 3 different shell corporations that are there. As he's explaining it, like, how he got this, and this, and this, and the detective's looking at it, and he's writing notes down, and he just kind of nods like he understands all of this. He's like, yeah, that's a problem. Because we just had them come out to replace a number of our computer camera parts.
Mm-hmm. Which means now they're in the station.
Great.
At least you know.
And now the rest of this investigation has to go old school.
We're very secure.
I guarantee not secure enough.
Yeah. Alright. Alright, I've got some context. I can figure out how we can keep moving from here. But, yeah. I'm gonna have to pull everyone out of the precinct.
That's the worst move you can make.
I don't mean actually, literally pull everyone out of the precinct. I mean, I'm gonna have to go talk to my superior and at lunch or something.
No, you're not. What we're going to do is we're going to, looks at Owen, we are going to, you're going to get a phone call from a rep at Samson and the phone call is going to be saying that they have to come back out and fix everything because the parts that they installed were from a faulty batch and a couple of them have caught fire. So they're going to go ahead and reinstall it free of charge. And we are going to go in and purge everything of Samson products.
Ooh, that's good.
He tilts his head like, okay, so, you know what? You just go ahead and do it and just tell me how it goes. Because at this point, I oddly trust you more than I do anyone else, so...
He looks over at Owen. You can help with that, right?
No one nods. Like, if I understood you properly, yeah, I think I can.
Good. Oh. We're gonna need some different outfits.
No, I'm not putting the costume on.
Oh, it looks down.
Apollo.
I'm gonna have to wear it, aren't I?
Are you coming with us?
Yes.
Then yes, you have to put the costume on.
I hate the costume.
It's better than the other costume.
Okay.
So, I mean, it doesn't take Cal long to fabricate a couple of Samson Tech uniforms. That's easy. What's Apollo's costume?
It's a Samson Tech mascot cat.
Perfect.
Don't ask.
Owen looks at... I wasn't going to ask. The detective looks at you like, I was going to, but never mind.
It's the cat that keeps the bird on the logo away.
Also, is it that cat talking?
Yes?
You've worked with him before.
Remember? Translator feature?
It doesn't look
You
like
don't
it's
remember
on.
me?
Oh, it's on.
Okay.
Right? The translator's on. And that's how he turns it on.
So, I'm just kind of like... Detective's like, so what do you want me to do exactly?
But you're going to be the one who lets us in.
Right. Okay, gotcha. Sure thing.
You okay with that?
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. At this point, I trust you guys, so... Yep, let's do that then. So
Excellent.
I'll go back to the station and wait for the said phone call.
And we will see you there in probably about... Took you 20 minutes to get here, so give you a call in 30 and be there in an hour.
Perfect. Okay. So he just smiles, nods, and leaves.
So, Owen,
Yeah?
is this going to impact, like, you helping me to study for a literature test?
You've got all weekend for that.
It's 3 whole books.
You said they were small.
I did! And you said that didn't sound right.
Palmer?
Thank you.
As much as I don't want to, make your literature test be something insignificant, compared to what's going on, it's kind of insignificant. I will help you.
I'm aware. I'm just checking.
I will help you study, or I will find a way to get you to pass that test.
I like that second option. But I'm just double checking.
Yeah, so we get the full page comic book picture of the 4 of them. Like we get all of them. Like we get Cal and Owen and Palmer in the Samson Tech suits, and then we have mascot Apollo sitting on somebody's head.
So, you're all standing there, and like the next panel, Owen looking around like, do you guys do this all the time?
More than I'd like to.
You saw us at the base.
I did see you at the base.
Look, we take things as seriously as we need to, but you have to take some time to have a little fun.
Yes. Absolutely.
And besides, as Apollo said earlier, we do, in fact, look fabulous.
I think that's a great line to just kind of end on right there.
I'm really good at giving those outro lines.
Exactly. So, thank you all for watching. Hope we had a good time with this tonight. We'll be back next time, whenever. I don't know what we'll be playing next, but until then, for Nora, Cham, and Tej, I'm OPT. Bye, all.
Good night.